Hey, what's going on, fight fans? Hey, this is Coach D, the Wild Man, coming at you again with another episode of Coach D Media. Now, you know I do with Coach D Media. I talk about all things combat sports related, from the highs to the lows. All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. Today, we're going to talk about UFC 316. All right, I'm just going to make a couple of points. Right, I'm not gonna go through all the categories, but I'm gonna bring out a couple things that relates to the thumbnail I put up. We need better fighters. We don't need more stars, right? And I say it that way so you can have an understanding of why freaking Sean O'Malley lost like he lost, right? Sean O'Malley is an okay fighter. He's a good fighter. He's not a great fighter. He's not a world beater. He's not a dominant fighter. He's just a good fighter, right? With the UFC picking the right fights at the right time, you can make him look like he's this big thing, right? And he turned out to be a big star. He's a good star as far as stars go, right? He walks the walk. He talks the talk. He dresses like a fool. All the things you need for somebody to click on social media, like and share and comment, right? He's all that. If that's the category you're looking for, he's your guy. And the crowd showed it. When he came out, the crowd went crazy. They screamed, they yelled, they cheered. He got that pop. He got that pop. You got to go, okay, well, hell, right? The fans like him, right? Then Merab came out, right? Great record, highest submission, highest takedown rates. He has a lot of accolades. He's on a tear. He's beating everybody, right? They're even talking about GOAT status in some categories. He's considered the top of the heap, right? He got booed. He got booed. Now, if you're a fight fan and you want to see great fighters, Merab shouldn't got booed. He should have been like, he should have got, certain amount of cheers, and maybe not as much as Khabib. Not as much as freaking Sean O'Malley, because we're in the States. He's an American fighter. You got freaking Donald Trump in the daggone, building. You better cheer for daggone Sean O'Malley higher than you do Merab. I get it. Welcome to politics, right? But here's the thing. Sean is not good enough to beat Merab. He simply wasn't. He didn't develop his skills to get better to beat Merab. He wanted to be a star more than he wanted to be a fighter. Period. He didn't improve his game to beat Merab at what he already knew. He already fought Merab before. And like he said, he fought injured. So here's what he said after coming back from his injury and training. He said he stopped jacking off, stopped freaking smoking weed, right? Took all the color out of his head, got off social media because he realized he wasn't getting any better. When you say some dumb shit like that, you clearly let the world know, yeah, I'm subpar. I'm subpar, right? I bought into my hype more than I developed my fight game, right? And Merab's a great fighter, but he's no star. People know him. Right? People know who he is because he's at the top of the heap. He has the belt. You can't help but know who holds the belt, right? But he's nowhere near a bigger star as Sean O'Malley. But he doesn't have to be. He just has to win. He's from Georgia, or however you say he's from. His country supports him, right? All the support he needs, he has. Fans in America, for him, is just the money. And without fans, then the UFC is going to cap him on how much he's going to make. He has to be a big star in the States for him to get paid. We all know that. That's nothing new, right? But you got to get the difference between American fighters and international fighters is international fighters support their fighters win or lose. They're secure in their country's fan base. We're the fickle ones, right? You could be a great star today. You could be a has-been tomorrow, depending on how you fight. Look at Bo Nichols, right? Bo Nichols did the same thing freaking Sean did. Wanted to be a bigger star than a better fighter, right? His wheelhouse is wrestling. Why would he want to be a knockout artist, trying to please the fans, trying to make some highlights, right? And got dealt with by a fighter who knows how to strike. That's the difference. We as Americans, we buy into the hype too soon, and we forget that we have to be great fighters. All your top stars, Khabib, wrestling base, sambo, right? Submission, right? Bread and butter. He leads with that, goes with that. If he can set up strikes in the process, so be it. He ain't trying to be a stand-up fighter, right? If it comes, it comes. But that's not going to be what he's going to rely on. Win comes first. You win first. The rest to come later. Hype don't mean you can fight. You better be able to fight first. You better be able to win. The hype will come next. Look how famous Khabib is now. Most of his fights has been on the ground and submission victories. He's not, to my knowledge, knocked out maybe one, maybe two people, if that. But look how popular he is now, because his country and his people support him. Right? Islam, same thing. Wrestling and sambo. Right? Most of the work done on the ground. If he can get you a head kick knockout, so be it. If he can knock you out striking, so be it. He don't lead with it. Right? Now I give freaking Charles Oliveira credit. He added a lot of striking and kicks to his game, but he still goes. If you come to the ground, I got you. He'll still take you to the ground. His fan base is secure. All people from different countries, their fan base is secure. Il Chapora, huge mega star in his country. He ain't worried about what's going on in the States, right? He is secure. Kamzat, same thing, right? All the belt holders who are from other countries not worrying about fan base in the United States. All their main purpose is you gotta win. And that's exactly what they do. So when you see Bo trying to be something he's not, gets dealt with and stopped, finished, right, to a knee to the body, wrestling's supposed to be tough, right? He forgot what tough meant. Wrestling means you can endure anything, right? Now we trying to be a stand-up fighter, right? Trying to bob and weave and get out of the way and all that nonsense that you're not good at yet. Now you got dealt with. Sean O'Malley rolled off his hype. Go, look, I can get this guy. You can't get a guy who hasn't been knocked out yet. You know, only knocked down once or twice, right? Who had a gas tank for days. You knew what he was going to do, and he still did it. And then he did something he's not known for. He submitted you, right? What does that say about your game? That it don't exist, right? We are losing the fight game because we're buying into the hype game. Great, you want to make money. Great, right? Freaking look at daggone Holland. Holland got a submission victory, which he's getting better at, right? But he don't care about no belts, right? I think he got losses in the high singles or just cracked double digits. He ain't worried about the belt. He goes, look, I'm here to fight and get paid. That's my job, right? If I can win and get a highlight, talk a little bit of shit in the process, make a couple extra dollars, get a fight bonus, so be it. As long as my check is A on a regular basis. He said it. He goes, look, I don't give a damn that belt. That belt's problems. Look at the bullshit you got to do to hold that belt. Look what you got to do. Look what you got to do to keep that belt. He said, look, if I get to the belt, great. But as long as I keep fighting and keep winning, they keep signing me up to fight, I'm going to do it. And he's fine. He's talking about investments, making new decisions, doing better stuff. He's learning the game of business through fighting, right? He's not buying into the hype, and he's still a popular fighter. A lot of people love Holland, right? But he ain't buying into the bullshit because he knows it's bullshit. Only guys like Bo and freaking Sean is doing that, and they're losing in the process, right? That's why he got dealt with. Hype, it don't mean nothing because it could be taken away tomorrow. Let you do something wrong. Dana will shit on you big time. All that hype gone. But if you're winning, right? Hey, you can't ignore a winner because people are going to ask, he's winning. How come he ain't getting the shot? Eventually, you're going to have to give him something. John Jones is going through all this because he beat everybody several times over, right? He's not worrying about time. He's worrying about pay me. If I'm getting ready to call it a quits and leave this sport, let the next generation of upcoming, fight, you ain't gonna do it on my goddamn shoulders. Do it on your own. Pay me so I can go sit down somewhere. You're not gonna beat me in the ring and have somebody else make money off my back. That ain't gonna happen. That's why he's not worrying about these fights. Now you got freaking, Francis thinking about coming back because we all know that's where the money's at. Right time, right place for this to happen. Tom is barely in the equation, no matter what you want to say. Tom not that guy yet. He simply is not. Winning ain't the only thing you got to do. It secures you being able to be in the conversation because you're a winner, right? But then you got to deliver what the fans want. They want Jones to fight Francis. Simple as that, right? So I'm not saying being entertaining and having brand and being popular don't have its place, but your fight better not suffer. John Jones's fight has not suffered. He's beat everybody he had to beat, right? He's still winning fights. Say what you want to say. Who he picks, yada, yada, yada. He's still winning fights. That's his main job. The rest now comes with it. The money, the pick and choosing, yada, 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 right? Love him or hate him, he's winning, right? But when you lose, you can't say you're the best. When you lose, you can't say you're at the top of the game. When you lose, you can't say, look at me. We'll look at you for losing. Bo and Sean, plain and simple. We need more fighters. We don't need more stars. If you're a star, you better be a winning star. If you're just a star and you're losing, right? Once you're done, you're done. See what I'm saying? Conor McGregor ain't been back ever, but when he was a star, he got his money. He's been losing ever since. It don't matter. He got money. Sean tried to do the same blueprint, right? But he don't got enough money yet to be a Conor McGregor. Sooner or later, you're going to need more money. You ain't winning enough for that because you can't get past Merab. That's all I got, man. I was like, look, man, we got to get back to winning because I deal on the international stage. I travel all around the world and I see fighters from other countries, from the Ukraine, from Kazakhstan, from Kyrgyzstan, from, France, you name it. I see them all, right? Their nation supports them. They get backed to compete. That's how much their country cares about them. We got to raise money to go compete. Our country is not supporting our efforts to be great around the world. If you're not a star and you don't have 10,000 and up Instagram followers, or you're a YouTube sensation or TikTok sensation, right? No one's going to support you, even though you may be a great athlete, right? Or you got to be a part of a system like wrestling or whatever, where you got to go where they tell you to go in order for you to be in the spots you need to be in, right? You can't be independent. That's not easy to do, right? But other nations support their fighters. We got to change that if we want fighters to be good at just fighting, right? We got to be famous in order for us to be able to get any kind of notoriety or any kind of appreciation, right? Back in the day, the Randy Couture and freaking, Dan Henderson's and freaking even freaking Cormier, all the old schoolers, they knew you had to win. They wasn't banking on the money coming in without winning. And if you lost, you put on a hell of a fight in the loss. Sean didn't put on a hell of a fight by my book. Chael Sonnen said he did, but I don't think so. But it is what it is. That's all I got. All right, this is Coach D. Doing what I'm doing, calling it like I see it. To hear from me again, peace out.